So we're going to look at a property that's been listed. It's on the market for about 2 weeks now. It is redone. So let's actually take a look and I'll share with you guys what I mean. So here's a property. It's about 1,400 square feet. It is 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And if you guys notice, how would you cash flow in a property like this? So it's 1,400 square feet, right? It's going to be for a small family, maybe first-time home buyer, small family. But what our strategy is actually renting by the room. So this kitchen, it's been redone. You don't have to really do it. You don't need the hardware. You don't need stainless steel or anything like that. It's a small kitchen, so this is perfect for co-living because you don't want it to be completely spread out. So you want the common areas to be converted into bedrooms. So kitchen is fine. It's this U shape, right? This space right here, it's kind of like wasted space, to be honest with you. So what we want to avoid is for people to congregate. We don't want a huge space for people to actually sit down, and that's not really the idea of co-living. So let me show you what I mean. In this area here, so this would be the family room or living room, right? You can actually convert this into one single room and then just charge, I want to say $850 to $900 a month. Now, if the sliders weren't here, we could probably split this in two. The rule of thumb is actually 8 feet, at least. One side should be 8 feet or 10 feet. You want to think about the functionality of the room and also the convenience as well. You don't want a twin bed, although I've seen co-living where there's twin beds. You want at least a queen bed, and then obviously you're able to walk around it. So let me show you what this is. I just want to measure this. So this is 13 by 15. So that could be a master bedroom on its own. But it's 13 by 15. It's too small for us to split it in half. And you also have to think about egress. So one entrance and then obviously a window as well. So this is perfect. I would rent this out for maybe 900, 950 every month. You can always lower, but you can't really increase. So I would start with 950 and then go down and then meet the demand wherever it is. But it would have to be high. So imagine that in this room, we just need a door. We just need a door right here. You don't need to permit. You don't need any of that because we do have an exit here. And then obviously the entrance would be right there. So it would just cost you like a few $100 for the door and then the hinges. And then obviously you're going to need a electronic lock. So let's keep moving. This bathroom, it's a full-on bathroom. You don't need much here. I don't know what it used to look like before, but you certainly don't need to upgrade the countertop or the faucets, the handles, none of this. You don't need any of that. The lights are perfect. But the only thing that you're going to need here would just be like a shower curtain. You don't need like a fancy glass or anything. I would avoid tub. The reason being is that this is for co-living, so it is shared. You don't want somebody that's going to soak in the tub, right, while everyone is waiting to use the bathroom. But then one of your members, one of your tenants is actually just soaking in the tub for hours and hours on end. So I would avoid it, but certainly if it's already there, I wouldn't rip it out. I would just make sure to seal it, right? Do some caulking, make sure that it's sealed so there's no leaking and there's no water that's going to seep into obviously the walls. So this one is good. Again, you don't need any of this fancy stuff. It just happens to come with it, so it's a plus and bonus. This is actually a existing bedroom. I like it. Neutral paint. The only thing that I would change here would be just the locks. So the locks over here would have to be electronic. where they actually punch in their code, and actually a ceiling fan. I would suggest a ceiling fan. The lights are great, but ceiling fan, just so the member can control the temperature in the room. You know, some people it's preference where you want it to be cold or warm or whatever it is. So you just want to give them that convenience. For the blinds, though, if you don't have any blinds like this, I would suggest to put in a curtain rod with blackout curtains. But in this situation, I would just leave it like this. I would just keep this, make sure that it's dusted and there's no that it's clean and it's not dirty. That's good enough. For the closet, I would just leave it like that. You don't need to replace anything. It's fine. It doesn't matter whether it has a closet. If it's a room that you're converting without an existing closet, you would want a dresser, and that's fine. It's not less or more with or without the closet. Storage here, you don't really need to do anything over here. You don't need the handles as well. Just good paint, pretty much it. So this is the second existing bedroom. So it's the same thing. It's identical to the other one previously. So what I would change again would just be the locks and then ceiling fan, just so for convenience. And blinds are great. You know, they've been replaced. You do need the smoke detector and CO2 detector as well. So they come in combos now. So this is what they have over here too. So it's the same thing over here, just the E-lock. There's enough plugs everywhere. I think you can fit a queen bed. So queen bed, it is specifically for single people, no minors, no kids, no pets, no couples, no overnight guests. So it's mainly just for one person. This, I think, would accommodate a queen bed, one nightstand, and one lamp. That's all you need. And then obviously a fan as well. This is the master. So a little bit bigger than the other rooms. What I would change here would be, again, the locks. I would keep the smoke detector and the CO2 combo. I would keep this. The master bathroom. So it has a walk-in closet. That's perfect. That's enough room. Again, guys, we're thinking about a single person. How much does a single person actually own, right? So they won't really need much stuff, much furniture. So always think about that. It's just very minimal. Shower is great. I would just do a shower curtain. Toilet, fine. You know, you don't even need to supply any toiletries. This room, I would charge $1,000 a month, all the way to like maybe 1,050. The other rooms, though, it's gonna differ from 900, 950, all the way down to like even 875, I think. So the other thing that I would look for would be, let's go to the garage. You can also convert the garage. This one is a 2-car garage. Obviously, you can just convert it. I would suggest to convert that before converting anything inside, because you do it permitted and you don't want a code enforcer to question you about your conversion, because it is a 1,400 square foot property and you want to maximize the square footage. Now, here, another thing that I like about this property is that it doesn't have a pool. So if you come out here, it's very low maintenance. It's desert landscape. There's no pool. Some investors would avoid the pool. They would even fence it out. Some investors would want the pool because there is an amenity, right? And people would prefer that, especially here in Las Vegas. It goes up to over 100 degrees, and people would want to cool off and then would want to hang out and all of that. For me, it would just be completely liability purposes. For me, I wouldn't want a pool. So for this one, it would just be, you know, just maintaining some plants just for, I don't know, you don't even need it really. I wouldn't put any patio furniture outside. Again, I'm not encouraging anyone to actually congregate. So I would just leave it bare like this. I wouldn't style it. I wouldn't do any of that. That's one benefit of co-living. That is how you would cash flow in a property like this. It may sit on the market, especially right now. We are in December, we're in the winter months. Nobody's really clamoring to buy a property. However, you can cash flow in a property like this by renting by the room. So think about it. If you have 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms, and you are renting it out minimum of 850, and that's a lot at the end of the day. So guys, if you have any questions, if you have properties in Las Vegas or pretty much anywhere in the country that you need some sort of a consultation, or if you want one of my team members to actually walk your property, evaluate it, and do some suggestions for co-living, I'm going to include my information on the description down below. You'll be able to reach me. You can also comment, and I read all of my comments and respond. So guys, until next time, keep it cash flowing.